the Pod Network Entertainment.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program are the speaker's own. The material and information presented here is for general information and entertainment purposes only. This program might include strong images or language and may not be suitable for all audiences. This podcast was mainly created for fun and entertainment, and because we're the only podcast that has a big enough bravado to talk about all these. Viewer discretion is advised.
We never really had this kind of episode where it's just Bobby and I. It's the first time too.
This is the first time.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Sure.
Like we recorded one with supposed to be with Mai, and then like her internet was acting up, so we had to reschedule that. It's still being rescheduled right now.
And they're clicking out now.
That's Mai is one of the busiest persons I've ever met. And I know this because I work with her. And oh my God, she's so busy. Like every day is just really busy for Mai.
So it's hard to reschedule?
It's very, very hard to reschedule.
It's
yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure it's going to happen again, but I just don't know when. And I don't know if it's still relevant because we were going to talk about, Yeji's comeback. So it's been more than a month since that. So
we can still talk about it someday, Mai. Especially the potential of maybe Itzy's solo careers, whatever.
That's
Not
true.
careers, but debuts.
Yeah,
I'm making it sound like they're disbanding, but no.
Are we sure? What year is it now?
25. Wait, when did they debut? 2019. Wow, that's almost 7 years.
6 years now. Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
But
But hopefully not. I think just the way, if NMIX can bounce back, maybe Itzy too. You know what I mean?
NMIX bounced back because of songs.
I know. Just give Itzy that banger.
Give Itzy a good song. Give
Easy.
Itzy the potential of gold freaking intros and keep it in the intro. It's like ganong tunog. Like
And
just give
the way it can showcase everyone. And they're just like what, 4 members? 5 members, right? Yeah, sorry, I'm
5 members.
blanking out. We're recording at 11 p.m. guys.
We're recording at 11:30, so
this doesn't happen often.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But yeah, it's just Bobby and I for this episode, and it's the first time that we're doing this. We're releasing it to the public. It's not a test. I know Bobby and I have good chemistry. But we've always been used to Ingrid being here, or it's Ingrid and myself. I've always bugged them to do an episode like Bobby and Ingrid together, and they haven't done it. So screw you guys.
Oh yeah.
So,
I don't know. I'm just here. I tell them when I'm not available.
that's true.
And that's that.
Yeah.
But if things align, just like tonight, today, sure.
Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, and Bobby is we have. So the last time we met was my wedding, and then after that, it's months after we went to.
You're supposed to be water
together.
bomb.
Supposed
to be
water bomb because you guys.
But you got
water
sick.
bomb. Exactly.
Can I just say, I just realized during the Kiss of Life, after the Kiss of Life concert, meeting you guys, that I think it's okay that I'm the empathetic, sensitive Gen Z of the podcast.
Also,
I just realized that. And then, no, it just gives a balance on point of views in terms of podcast. And then I realize Nuna Ingrid is the middle. And then, I'm not saying you're
no, I'm the
offensive as a
content.
person.
I'm the content.
Yeah.
I have to think of the content, and then
there's the generation gap in a way of point of views.
That's
And that's okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so people will disagree. And I think that's good for every podcast. We can just have hype yes men and women.
I think that's why the podcast works with the three of us, where it's such a good balance of I wouldn't want to say that you always say yes. We disagree on a lot of stuff, Bobby. And
for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's why the podcast is quite special for a good chunk of people, is because there are differing views on each topic, and people get to learn and weigh on to that, and not try and pick sides, pero see where the point of each side, lies on.
It's
So
something
yeah,
K-pop fans need to learn. Like, it's okay to disagree with each other, not dox each other after a disagreement.
agreed.
That's
Yep.
weird. And I think that's how K-pop podcasts or like conversation should go. So I think it's good. We're still friends. We even met at a
Yes.
concert, but the concert was a little hectic. We'll get into that. The
Yeah,
signal
well
was bad.
now, yeah, well now. So we went to Kiss of Life, Kiss Road
Oh, before
in UP
that,
Theater. Yeah.
welcome back to the
Oh,
podcast.
yeah. Welcome back to the Kingdom Podcast, Season 5. This is Yuki. This is Bobby. We should have a name. We should have like a team name. I don't know.
Is this where you put the wrestling reference in the podcast?
I don't
'Cause
know.
it's-
Like, what do we call it?
I don't know. BoKi. I don't know. I'm sorry.
BoKi? The BoKi BoKi Literature Club. Oh man, I used to play
You know
that
what?
shit. Puta na. Scared
Did
the
you
shit
play
out
it
of me.
blind?
I
Like you
played it
didn't
blind.
know?
Yeah, no.
Hell yeah. Best
I-
experience. I thought I was gonna flirt with 3 girls
So
in the game. In the game.
in the game. No, so it's funny was I used to. So okay, go. Let me go back. Let me tell you the story really quickly before we get to the concert. I played it and I recorded it and I posted it on YouTube. But I since then like privated the video because like I don't know, like it's just not
Oh,
doesn't
but
sit
it's
well
not
with me.
gone.
It's not gone.
necessarily.
It's just there. Tapos, my then girlfriend, obviously Ali, I played that with her beside me. So my friend.
Oh, you've been dating for that long.
Oh yeah, that long. And
Oh my god.
I mean, we dated back in 2019, so it's
I
been a while.
know.
Tapos, like our friend told us that, oh no, just check it out. It's a fun game. It's like okay, cool.
But yeah, it's,
So,
it's
yeah.
a surprising game because
It's a surprising game.
you know it's not a love story to say the least, but it is
Yeah.
surprising with the twists.
And I don't even know if you need to use your head for it. Like if you need to use your brain a whole lot when it
I
comes
thought
to it.
I thought you needed to. I was
Yeah,
so
but-
serious.
Apparently it isn't. And then it comes to a point where it's like oh my god, it's just like it's creepy. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. So anyway, enough about that. So Kiss of
Eventually,
Life.
we'll play on our Twitch channel, you guys.
Hey, you'll right? Like we'll never know, We should definitely play a game on our Twitch. Kiss of Life. So we went and I would want to say like I enjoyed the show. Like it was
Me too.
fine. I
Yeah.
wasn't sleepy, even though it was
Do you
it
get
wasn't a
sleepy
wanky
on
time.
concerts?
Triple
regularly?
A.
Oh, you did in yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't sleep.
But
It's like-
also that's 8 hours of a show. I
That's
understand.
true. Oo nga. Like were we inside for 8 fucking hours?
We were. There were no like breaks. I didn't at least because I was up. I don't know if you guys went out in the middle of the show, but
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think so. So
it was 8 hours, and then that doesn't count the waiting time outside, and you
and
drove. Thank
after.
you.
then
Before
we
and
have to-
after, yeah.
And then I had to drive like to our
Yeah.
Airbnb right after. It's like
Now we can talk about it though later, but because
yeah.
this will lead. Just to address the elephant in the room, though. Of course, we were aware that Kiss of Life had like a controversy prior to the concert.
How many days
It's easy
prior?
2 days. Like,
2 days prior.
of course, you wait 1 day for an apology, but we got the half-ass apology for a little bit. Like the entertainment made one, not the handwritten one that we've seen today. Yeah, we're aware, but unfortunately, you guys, we bought that. Like, some people can boycott for sure, but just to empathize with the people, tickets were sold like months prior, and we've gotten our tickets
Yeah.
months prior, and we can't just. We're not rich,
Mhm.
so we can't just boycott a concert or whatever.
Yeah.
Of course, we acknowledge that they've made mistakes, and this is not the right time to talk about it because I think we're not in the place to talk about the controversy. If we'd love to have a guest in terms of like educating us, if you guys know anyone, we'd love to have you on the pod, because instead of talking about it and we're not even mainly the ones who are affected by the controversy, we'd rather not talk about it and just talk about how that day went. And honestly, it was kind of like I was anxious a little bit going. Because like, what if there are people who are like just gonna ruin your day for you? You know, I'm
That's
not
right.
anxious of like someone like punching me in the face for watching Kiss of Life. That's kind of weird to think about.
Oh,
But what if
weren't
someone's just like
people saying that like they would go
people were
there?
saying? Because funny enough, for international viewers or maybe local viewers too, it was held in UP, University of the Philippines, and it's known for like the students there are kind of strong opinion. Love that for
Mhm.
them. Um, I think it's weird that people are saying that because they're like that, they're just gonna attack people verbally or physically. That was weird. That's a weird comment prior
Yeah,
to the concert that I've been seeing. Because why would you label the students like that? I think that's kind of like red tagging in a way. What are
agree.
you guys doing?
Violence is never the answer.
The set list for Kiss of Life was nice because usually, it's not the highest of budgets. Well, firstly, the venue. It's a great venue, of course, but it's smaller than the usual K-pop shows,
Mm-hmm.
in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
I think for the set, because usually you'd think that some of their performances would need backup dancers, especially the solos. But especially seeing Natty after
It's
like
it's
7
a
years
it's a
of
budget
supporting
thing,
her,
right? Like
for
we can
sure.
roll around with everything, but it's really a budget thing.
It's a budget thing. But I think with that, I think it was almost a full house. Or maybe, right? When we
It
were
was,
there?
it was. I thought it was.
Yeah,
Like
maybe the upper, yung
maybe
balcony
yung
baka,
balcony
hindi.
medyo konti like but downstairs it was really good. And like
It was
we're
really
talking
good.
about a whole lot about Kiss of Life, and the topic really of the episode is like somewhat related to what we experienced, where we attended a
Mm,
concert. There are certain experiences that gets us to like a questionable feeling. Like for example, like getting
yeah.
punched in a Kiss of Life concert, something like
Yeah.
that, right?
That didn't happen, just to
That didn't
clarify, you
happen.
guys.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
there were like side eyes and weird stuff that I experienced prior to the show.
Yeah, I could care
So
less about that.
The Kiss of Life concert was the in between of like a good and bad experience of a concert
Yeah, it's
for
like
a
it's somewhat in
concert.
the
I mean,
middle. Yeah, like
yeah,
there
that's why
were
it's a good
definitely
way to start.
definitely good stuff, and then there are definitely bad stuff there. But um, so the topic for the episode is the best slash worst K-pop concert experiences for the
Gotcha.
both of us, and we've attended a few, right, Bobby? Like I feel like you've attended a whole lot compared to me.
I have there are the free shows that you try to go to, and at the same time it's one of my promises when I got the adult money to just watch K-pop. So I
Go
remember,
ham.
yeah, right. I remember there was because I think the one that made me open my eyes for other than the early 17 shows was that first Philippine Arena show with SNSD on it, or was that
Mhm.
MOA? I think there was also
That's
a
MOA
SNSD.
Concert Grounds.
Yeah, there was an SNSD MOA show as well, and
Was that
so
with EXO or was that with Red Velvet?
Red Velvet, I think, is Filipino. I don't know, but it was one
Philippine
of those.
Arena
Yeah.
is Red Velvet, yes. Oh.
Yeah. For me, it was like I'm the first K-pop fan in the family, which is funny,
Are they all fans now?
No, no, I think I'm still no. There are my younger niece is a
Oh,
K-pop
okay.
fan.
Like in the the
She's an
extended
arm.
family, yeah.
Yeah. But in my family, of course, I'm the only one. But I think they just rolled with it.
When it comes to best experiences, what is really the best one for you? It's like you medyo seamless talaga siya.
Seamless. Maybe this is one of the recency bias, and I want to give them a shout out a little bit. I think Waterbomb took care of us pretty well both days. Of course, there was that a little
Hiccup.
problem in
Mhm.
the hiccup, but we were really taken care of, and I think the lineup was really great. I thought I'd be like angry because getting wet in a K-pop show. It's not just K-pop, but K-pop,
It's
K hip hop,
mostly, yeah.
a festival show. I thought I'd hate it, but that was the most fun. I was getting wet.
Well,
Felt like,
we never really talked about that. Like, did you guys really get wet?
dude, yes.
So, it's like ganun talaga.
There was
Like,
this one
fucking-
time I had, as a fan of Stacy, you guys know this. They're one of my ults. Super happy, right? And my interaction with Jay, the youngest member, was like I was showing my Stacy light stick, and then she pointed the water gun to me directly. It
Oh
was headshot.
shit!
It was headshot. I don't know if I wanted to be grateful or like what the, but it's okay. It's good. It's good. It's like good interaction. It's a sentence you'd never say
That
like, "Oh, I got wet because of, because of Kim Jong-kook, the actor and
oh
Running
yeah.
Man guy."
Mm-hmm.
So he
He's
yeah, he
guapo,
was
no?
fun too. He's so handsome and
He's
buff.
guapo,
That's
yeah.
not that's natural. I think he really chiseled his body throughout these years.
Yep.
I didn't know he
Mm-hmm.
sang. I didn't know he sang. I thought he was just a
What
funny
the?
macho guy.
He's one of the
Yep,
best vocals.
I
Like,
know. I feel like is he a first gen idol?
yes, Gen Zero actually. I think.
Oh, like he
Um,
was he solo or?
he was part of a group Turbo back in '95. So
That's way back.
yeah,
Wow.
it's like before you were even.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god. So that's a good experience. Both days in Waterbomb was a good experience. I was just tired for the second day. I'd let Ingrid Nuna talk about that
Mhm.
because she had more energy than me until the end because it just dies. Um, another good memory involves TKP. I think we had a moment after AAA where we
That's what I
just
was gonna say.
yeah, we just hung out outside the car and just wait because for
It
context,
was.
Philippine Arena, super hard to get out of after a
Mhm.
concert. So the best didn't even cross my mind that you guys would think of that we should just sit behind the
Sit and
car, just
chill.
talk. Yeah,
Yeah,
chill and talk. Did we have drinks?
we did.
We did, right? Yeah, that was fun. And it wasn't the concert, but we got to talk about
Hmm.
the experience of like the past 8 hours, and also
Guys, never drink and drive. By the way, never drink and drive.
yeah, Yuki did it. I don't think you did. It was just
Yeah, no, I didn't. Like
it was
it
just
was
us. Yeah, yeah.
after. Yeah.
Yeah, when we got to the Airbnb,
Mm-mm.
Airbnb.
Actually, it was
And then,
kinabukasan na. Kasi,
oh
kasi
yeah,
I was
you're
like
right, you're
dead.
right.
I was like, fuck. I'm so dead.
So
So,
that's
yeah.
that, and of course, what comes along the AAA experience was witnessing 17 get a desang. I've never thought I experienced that in my
In
life.
your
So
country, fucking
yeah,
A.
in my country, in my life, and it was a good experience overall for AAA because I think I only spent below SRP for the tickets because we got it last minute. I didn't even know we'd be able to go.
You'd be going. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we
Mm.
were talking about that. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, triple A, like I think AAA would probably be the best experience for me when I say that it was pretty like I wouldn't want to say seamless, like nothing's perfect, right? But we got there, we got the tickets, there was no line, which was fantastic. We got there pretty early as well because we didn't want to get through that like endless traffic because that was a thing like that we were dreading or I was dreading. And then like we got there pretty early, we got there pretty quick because of the no traffic kind of thing.
Oh, you guys
Um,
were still Cubao people then. I
yes, we
forgot.
were Cubao peeps back then, yeah. So that happened and like tickets were seamless. We had a bite to eat, I think, like prior to us going inside. And then we just ate inside the car because we
Yeah.
spent like 2 hours, I think, in the car, just like fucking
It
the
sucked because
AC
it
on.
rained. Because there were so many fandoms doing. I think they had like booths for every fandom there. It was super nice, sana, but it rained. Who?
Mhm.
It was so hot when we all met up. So
Oh
who
yeah.
would have predicted the rain?
Pucha, sobrang
It
init talaga.
was.
And we walked. And it's like, I hated the fact that we walked. Kasi we had, I think there was an event, like a 17 event, like at the other side of Philippine
Yeah, yeah,
Arena.
yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, we gotta go, we gotta go. It's like, okay, fine, like, let's go. And then we had to walk like fucking like 45 minutes, I think, going back and forth. And it was
And then it
horrible.
rained.
Because yeah, and then it rained, and then we got like that bite to eat. Tapos dun na lang tayo sa kotse kumain, and then we had to wait like another. I think that was another like 2 hours before
Yeah,
we went
because
in.
I think we arrived at noon. The show started at 3 or something. Yeah.
I think it was like earlier. I think we arrived at like 10:30 or 11.
Or
I think.
10, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we a fan of like the K-pop concert experience of like being there super early?
No,
Oh, you're not a fan. Okay. Actually, I
I
think me too. If it only wasn't necessary, because
look. I would probably never do that ever again. Now that I've figured out what not and what to do and not to do. It's like
Mhm.
it also goes towards the worst experiences, and I'll get to that a little bit later. Cause I would never go standing VIP ever again. I've done it once with one of my ults, Wien. in SM Skydome, and I had to stand there for more than 2 fucking hours before the show
Was it? Did it
started.
have sound check? Because that makes it
No,
long.
no, 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 it didn't have sound check, or
Okay.
yeah, it didn't have sound check. So it was really rough, and I was barricade. Like if you see the photos of we in dun sa stage, you can see Ali and myself like right there.
Hell
So
yeah.
it was such a horrible experience. Not the concert per se, but like the waiting for everything. It was such a horrible experience, and I think I would probably never watch a K-pop concert that has no numbered seating ever again.
Right.
I
VIP
would,
seated should be like a choice for third gen groups at this point. I think third gen groups should like acknowledge that we are getting old
yeah.
and we
We
need
need
seated
we need seats.
VIP. Yeah. They should be walking. They're the fit ones. I'm kidding. I'm
That's true.
kidding. They have Pilates for 5 hours every day.
I know, right? Like
I think-
fucking yoga, like every fucking other day. Like we don't
You
have
know
the
what?
money
Shout
for that
outs to
shit.
Twice. Shout outs to Twice because they had VIP seated the last time they're here. Good for them. But unfortunately, the ones is kind of like stood up a little bit, so that's not Twice's fault anymore. Nor the organizers.
That's what I kind of loved about the Kiss of Life experience last week as well. Is that there's not a ton of times where people stood, even if the energy was really high. And
We only
I
had
gotta,
to when they were like walking around. I
Yeah.
get that though.
You know what? I didn't even. It's like
You
I
didn't?
sat down.
Okay.
I sat
I
down
did,
the
'cause-
whole concert. I was watching the screen because it's like we're not on the aisle section. We were dropped down the middle. So I
yeah,
like
yeah, you're right.
I don't have any experience of like getting close to them. I would have loved to get closer to them, pero yeah, it's like that's just not gonna happen. And everyone just stood up around us, and Ali and myself just like sitting down. It's like okay.
Oh, you guys managed to do it. Na magkatabi kayo.
Oh yeah. We got one. Oh,
okay, that's
shout
nice.
out to O20. Like I think it was O28 or O29. Who had the original seat? Wait, I have it on my notes. I wanted to do this quick shout. Yeah, I think it was O28. So whoever had O28, girl, thank you very much. You are awesome, and I hope you got to
Interact.
interact with them
Like-
because it was more of like an aisle seat compared to where we were. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, she was at
Oh, she took
J-
that opportunity. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that for her.
So it was really cool, and Ali like obviously wanted to sit with me, so we had to.
Kissies,
exchange-
kissies were nice. I want to say
Yeah, they
that,
were
though.
really cool. Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
really
they
cool.
were nice. Some weren't, but that's an off-camera talk.
Oh, I didn't
But-
have an experience really.
The guy beside me though, he asked me how old I was, because he was 20 years old, and I said 25, and he was like, "What the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean? What the fuck? I'm just 5 years older." And then he called me, "Oh, Tito, Tito, kamusta? Dude, we just met. What do you mean? That's so stupid." Dude,
Tito.
internet has ruined people. What do you mean 5 years is Tito? I
I
don't
love
call
it.
Yuki Tito.
Yeah,
don't call
he
Yuki
never calls
Tito,
me
you guys.
Tito.
I think that's a kuya. I'm
And we're like-
25.
And we're like what 6 years apart.
Oh my god. That was the most eye-opening moment. I was like, I'm still Gen Z. I still am. 97 was Gen Z, and I'm 99. Oh my god. But anyways, that's the
times.
key of it. That was a bad experience. Sorry for skipping to the bad parts. But good
I would
part,
I would
you
say it's a
mentioned
bad experience. It was funny. It's like
it was for
having
me.
called
What do you mean?
Tito.
I'm not that old. You know what? This is the dilemma, right? Because I talked to you, I talked to Ingrid Nuna, and she's like, "Oh, you're so young, dude. You have so much ahead of you." And then you talk to a 20-year-old,
And it was
and
like
then they're
Tito.
like, "Oh my god, you're so old. Like, did you meet the dinosaurs? What the fuck?
You know,
going on?"
It's funny. Like people tend to say it's like, oh, okay, what's old for you? It's like you ask young people, and then they're like, people that were born year 2000. It's like, fuck.
Oh, that
What's up,
sucks. That sucks. And then you're old in like the K-pop community when the companies are looking for like people born in 2007, and you're like, but they're babies. And then you look at 2007 people, and they're like, what, 18 now? Or turning 18? Oh my
and then
god.
they feel old. Oh my god. Oh,
And
I
then they
wish
feel
you reached the age of 30. It's like just reach this
oh
age,
my god.
things start aching
I'm
without
stressed out.
without anything happening. They just start
This is,
aching. Masaya pa, tangina, ang sakit ng likod ko. Why?
I can't believe I'm getting I got the damn moment in the Kiss of Life show. Yeah,
That
but
that was really funny.
shout outs to that dude. He was just having fun,
Oh yeah, for
showing fan
sure. Like
cams and
it
stuff.
wasn't out of spite, kumbaga.
Yeah, a
So
good concert experience for me though was last 17 concert. I got to talk to my seatmates because I was alone and it was seated, so I was more in the mood. But I think the year prior, I was also in their show, VIP. I was beside a Japanese person who was super nice to me with my baby Japanese. She even gave snacks. You can't take snacks in the venue, but she had like this Japanese snacks. I kept the box. She was so nice. I forgot her name though. But last concert, I made sure to. So I've made a promise to myself. Whoever's beside me, I'll ask for their name. We don't have to follow each other, but I want to like remember. Their name is Tori and Isa. They're sisters, and they were super fun. It's like we've known each other for like at least a year. The way we were interacting while watching the concert. She was crying. I was crying. We were singing along. I was singing along. People like that exist in concerts. So don't feel free to like talk to the person beside you. And if you feel like they're shy, just initiate a hi. Maybe at least you
I
have a
should have
friend that
yeah, I
like
should have done
understand.
that like during the key off concert. The one
No, I
seating
get it though. You have Ali though. That's
yeah,
the only
I
best
had
friend you
Ali, like I
need.
had my wife. But then like the one seating next to me, she was really, energetic, and she kept on it's like bumping my hand because
Okay.
she was dancing. So she kept on saying sorry. And I'm like totally like, girl, you do you. It's like it's cool. It's like, she kept on dancing every time. And she was dancing like the proper dance. It's like she's not like
She knows the
doing this.
choreo. Yeah,
Yeah, she does
yeah.
the choreo for the song, and it was really
That's what
cool
I loved
to
about the
see.
Kiss of Life concert. Like everyone was feeling themselves
I agree.
positively. You
I
know what I mean?
agree.
There was also a person who danced like around the front before the concert. That was fun
Hmm.
as well.
I agree. So, well, we've talked about like best experiences. Now let's get to the worst experiences. So,
Mhm.
what would like, without maybe saying like disclosing
No, I
a
won't.
lot of
I won't
things.
mention organizers because this happened regardless of organizers, and I think it's a venue problem mostly.
Hmm.
Or I don't want to say it's the Filipino. It's because we're Filipinos or whatever. I think it
Hmm.
just it's bound to happen if it's a Philippine arena concert. But there's
Hmm.
always. I think I've been to Philippine arena a lot of times now. During the
Yes,
like the first
multiple.
concerts, because 17 had was the first main K-pop act to like headline Philippine arena, and also twice. But there was always the case of like almost stampedes prior to the concert. Eh, di ba pataas yun? Parang ganun.
Hmm.
It's scary because you'd think like if one person trips, I think it's over for all of us. I think that's one of
Medyo
the
scary. Yeah, and sketchy niya.
yeah first worst experiences ever. Um, I think no. I think that's it for me. The PH Arena concerts prior. Again, it's not. Maybe organizers can do better, and I think they are doing better. But during the beginning, where they don't know, they're unfamiliar with it yet, they were really scared. Because even if you're so, kaya ngayon yung practice ko medyo late na ako pumapasok, especially pag seated naman sa PH Arena.
Yeah, that's what you did, like in Kiev too. Nah, we were already
Ah,
in, and
kami?
you,
Oh yeah, I was
yeah,
like, nah. Dito na kayo? Nope.
yeah, we were already
And I was,
inside, and he was still outside. I was like, what the hell, this guy? We had to wait so long for the goodbye session and the photo op to happen. It's like
that was so
I don't
weird.
know if people like I don't want to say like they don't know what they're doing because it's like that's not the case. Pero there were just like instances of like they're just staring at each other and
Right.
trying to figure out what are we gonna do? What the hell's gonna happen? And it's like it just took such a whole while. And I had to leave cause like I had commitments that I needed to deal with. So I had to go out. I needed to get signal, etc., etc. And
Me too. Oh
I
my
had
god.
Ali had to wait there for the goodbye session, and then she had to line up again para dun sa
For the
photo
photo op. Yeah, that's what
and she was
happened.
like, "I'm so done." It's like I'm leaving. So okay, cool. Let me fetch you. So sinundo ko na siya. And it wasn't like, I don't want to say like it was a case of waiting for the girls, and like I don't really know what's happening inside.
But you guys
Um,
got the poster though, right?
yeah, I got the
You guys
poster
won
because the
they
poster's
won the
outside.
signed
It's
poster,
like,
guy.
yeah.
Heck
So
yeah.
I mean, we got the poster because the poster was outside, and the poster was already done prior to goodbye session even happening. So it was
There were
such
unclaimed
like,
posters though, unfortunately.
wow,
Wow.
really?
I wonder where they are now. I was wondering if we could buy it.
So
But like,
people have
okay,
been asking of who's selling their poster and whatnot. I got ours framed immediately. It's like,
immediately.
so
You were looking
yeah.
for frames prior to the
Oh yeah,
concert. Would you-
We were looking for frames already. So like we got
What
the
time did the
poster.
concert end again?
I don't know, like
Like
10-ish?
9:30?
Yeah.
9:30 yata.
Yeah, 9:30.
And then the high buy started at 10 o'clock, you guys. And then it ended at 10:30. And then
You
the
had
photo
to
op
fall in
started at
line.
11.
Yeah.
And then another 30 minutes, 11 o'clock is when they started the photo op. And
Look,
then we
we're just
basically
not
got
waiting
out
for
at
that.
11:30. I did.
I'm just
Because I
not
had to make the most.
and
No, I get you guys.
Yeah, you had to make the most of it, and I can understand that completely. And like obviously, I would have loved to say goodbye to the girls, right? Because
That's a
like
once in a lifetime thing, I think.
exactly, and that's something that I would say that is part of the perk of being in VIP. So, but yeah, like it's just not. At least it's not worth it for me. It's like when it comes to the time. Um, so it was just horrible, like that we had to go through something like that because people really had faces that were looking like this. It was like
Dude,
they
many of
just
us
don't know.
haven't eaten for sure.
Oh yeah,
We
it's
got
like
in at like what 5 or something. You can't,
Mm.
and then you get out at 11 because of your 11:30. Damn, that's like a whole dinner.
that's a whole like from meal to meal. It's like
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. And some of those people probably never ate until like since breakfast because the viaje and everything. You have to queue
Yeah.
and everything.
That's true. So
Yeah.
it was a horrible experience when it comes to the worst. Like that's probably something that I put.
We don't
up
know why
there.
it happened. We don't know why
It
that was the
happened.
case,
Like
but of course
it's not a.
you can't
I don't want to
sugarcoat
say.
it.
I don't want to say
Pun
it's a
intended.
production thing. I don't want to say if it's the girls thing. I don't know if it's the the management thing, but it happened, and it's probably the worst that I've
It's bad.
like ever
It's bad.
experienced. Because we had to wait, like essentially we had to wait, and if I were there, I had to wait 2 hours plus before I
Uh-huh.
can get out, and the concert's already done. So imagine, it's like the kind of wait that you
And
needed
for
to
context, you guys, the Yuki, well, like me, lives like what 2 hours away
2 hours
from
away.
the venue,
do. Mm-mm.
and that's because they have a car. So I mean, it takes you longer if you're commute. So
And Bobby had to commute. It's like I
Mm-hmm.
really wanted to wait for you, Bobby. Like feeling goes like, oh, I should wait for Bobby's. Like hatid
I
ko siya
wouldn't want
somewhere,
that.
ganon.
to be honest, because
Pero,
like yeah, I
man.
accepted my fate, and I also had this agenda of wanting to go to UP Fair after, but that didn't happen. Cause
Oh yeah,
time.
I thought you were going too. That's why like I just said na, yeah, I'll just go. He said na dadaan siya ng UP Fair anyway. So,
So hopefully for future events in K-pop, we should 100% do the photo ops before the event. I think
not
that's
a
a
bad
win for
idea.
everybody.
that's not
Everyone
a bad
is
idea.
still fresh. Everyone's still fresh. The girls are like still a little bit energized. Cause of course it's hard for the girls as well, or like the group as well, to like stay after their well performed show.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So
So yeah, that's definitely something. So yeah, I mean it was bad. No sugarcoating it. Like but
pun
you know,
intended. Sorry.
it's not an intention of like calling out people. It just happened, and we have to acknowledge it that it's bad, and that's how it is.
Super valid. Again, we're not calling out any production. It's our experience. Maybe
Yeah, for
people
sure.
enjoyed waiting. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
they made
people
friends.
just yeah.
Yeah,
some
you know
of
what I
them
mean?
do.
So,
I used to enjoy waiting because hey, you get to interact with people, but I'm married now, so
And at that time, you're already tired. You know what I mean? So
That's true. Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
a,
want
it's
to
a bit.
talk to anyone. And I'm the
Mm-mm.
extrovert.
It's a bit difficult to like even speak. And I didn't shout the whole show. I was just smiling the whole show. So I didn't lose my voice. I didn't feel horrible, but it was definitely something, worth saying because it was really bad. Should I cut that out? Hindi, diba? It's like it's fine.
I don't think so. Like
Yeah.
the experience?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I think it's okay to mention that. Thankfully, though, I don't think I have much worse experiences. Thankfully, there are people who probably got scammed or something like that. We acknowledge that, but thankfully, no. I think most K-pop, or maybe because I find the good in things. I don't know.
You're
So
you're
since we're,
unbearably optimistic about
I know,
things.
but we're kind of like okay. What since we're kind of in the topic, maybe to end the topic,
Mm.
what's your best concert then? Let's not talk about the worst concert.
My best
Again, I
concert,
don't.
as much as I was tired, my best concert would probably be Ween's. It was
Right.
look,
Yeah.
it's look, if we're talking about the experience in total, yes, it would definitely be Ween. Um Given the circumstances and like she's one of my ults when it comes to K-pop. Watching her perform, and I know what kind of performer she is. So it was really a fun experience to watch her do her craft.
Mm.
So I would probably say that.
They're top two.
Yeah, AAA, hands down.
Yeah, for sure. I
It
think
was very
mine
seamless.
would AAA is definitely in my top three because I think since it had so much groups, both groups you know and don't know, you don't really need. It made me feel like because I'm not, we're not really, the richest people in the world.
Yeah,
So you don't really get the chance to watch every group. I think at that point I
having
was
like
like,
a dip dun sa
yeah,
group na
of
yun.
like for
Yeah.
every group, it made me realize, yeah, I don't need to see a Lesser Film in concert. Yeah, I don't need to see New Jeans in concert
Mm.
because again, I'm broke. But it because of the experience they gave us, those were like the best. Because New Jeans and Lesser Film at the time went back to back, right? I was like super satisfied at that point. And then the starting what Boy Next Door was there, Zero Base One was there, and Kepler was there. Those are groups that we've shown, like we've verbally said that we support 100% as a group. And then, the experience of like having them receive awards, Melai and Wonyoung. Who would have thought they'd
Right?
interact? Like,
It was
who else was
fun.
there?
It was
And then,
fun.
the unknown artist. Who's the artist that Ali likes? I forgot.
Wanas.
Vanas was there, right? And I was like, oh, I wasn't
Dude,
familiar.
fucking SB19 did Gento and everyone did Gento.
And
Fucking
then
amazing.
yeah, witnessing the K-pop idols dance to Gento was kind of
Dancing
like,
to
oh,
like a
I
P-pop
rarely
group.
want,
Fucking,
I rarely want to do the proud to be Pinoy thing, but like, hell yeah.
there's like Pinoy pride there for sure, 100%.
And then they did it with N Team. I was like, who would have thought? It's so
Mhm.
much unexpected. And Busok Soon, you'd never see Busok Soon perform, I think.
Love it.
Like in
Performed
concert?
with,
No.
and they performed with Youngji. Fucking amazing.
Oh, Young G2 was there. And then Akmo was there. So yeah, it's good because like there's a dip of every performance. And I think what solidified my satisfaction were like the other shows, maybe. Honorable mention was the Coke concert because it's free. And then you get to see New Jeans for free. So that was something. I'd like to say though, there's a tie for me for best concert with I think 17's Slash Show was there. I guess
Mhm.
it's nice because I got to see like Wonwoo before the military, and that's the unfortunate reality if you're a fan of a boy group. They
Yeah.
will go to the military eventually. And Stacy's first fan made in the Philippines. It's weird that they never came back other than like small shows or small appearances in AAA or Waterbomb. Just because I got to experience a fan sign for the first time. I think the signed Stacy album here, since we got to interact face to face, I will pass that down. Whether
To
to a chav or
generations.
yeah, this is it. This is like
Dad, what's Stacy? Oh.
Yeah.
My child.
Yun. Okay. Buksan mo yung YouTube sa hologram. Hologram ano natin. Hologram set natin.
Oh man, can you imagine? It's like we're gonna probably get to a point where we're gonna talk to our children if ever that we're gonna get children. You know, it's like talk about this kind of experience with them at one point. So
At the same time, you talk to like, because it's probably what, 10th generation of K-pop at that point, if K-pop is still relevant. So you're going to have to talk about 4th gen, the newer generation now.
yeah,
Like it's super old.
it's like super
that-
old. Mm-mm.
I'm getting a migraine. I'm kidding.
It's like if you think about it, in 10th gen, like Gen 5, the current gen, is like Gen
It's
0.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my, super senior, super senior groups at that point.
Good shit.
Okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
That's the show. Thank you so much for
We're
listening to
old.
this episode. We're kind of old.
25,
And
25 is an old, 30 is an old. Please change your mindset. This is not funny anymore.
we're,
To
we're,
whoever. To
We're still
whoever
trying
called me
to-
old. Beside the King of Kiss of Life concert. We're not old.
well, like you're not old. I'm kind of there.
Hey, life starts at 30. I don't know what that means still, because I'm not
Starts
30.
at 40. That's
Oh my god, does it just change every decade?
no. It like originally, I think it starts at 40. That's what they say, at least.
Ever since?
Mm-mm.
Ever since?
Mm-mm. I think
Hell
that was
yeah.
it. Yeah. Well, that's the show. Thank you so much for listening. We're like again, this team. We need a name. This is like obviously like it's like it's not a test. Like we know that we can do things like this, but like
Yeah.
you know, it's the first time that we're doing it. So yeah,
So
like
share your worst or best K-pop concert experiences. Let us know in our socials, the Kingdom Pod PH, or the comments down below, or in the TikToks. Please don't
you.
hate us.
yeah, don't hate us. Like it's just it is what it is. Like we just wanted to say that. Well, again, thanks for listening, and we'll see you again for the next one. Peace, guys. Bye.
Bye.
The Kingdom Podcast is brought to you by the Kingdom Podcast creative team. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at the Kingdom Pod PH. All episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Thanks for listening to the show, and see you next time.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.